Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I have been wanting to talk about this actually for a pretty long time, and the right words just hadn't come through yet. So you read in the title that this video is about never using the term shame, you should be ashamed, again. And there's a very important reason behind this. First of all, have you ever experienced shame? I mean, really? Have you ever felt ashamed? You know, have you ever had somebody say, you should be ashamed of yourself? What do those words do to you? You know, I mean, immediately you go, you know, that's not coming from a place of love. Shaming somebody is not love. That's fear. It's hate. It's on that darker side of the spectrum. You know, they should be ashamed of themselves. Shame on you. What does shame actually do to us? Do you know? Shame is the same as self-loathing. You see, in the 7 chakras, the solar plexus, which is your energy center of self-awareness, your energy center of self-love, your energy center of willpower, determination, how you feel about yourself, that's where shame can make you imbalanced in that solar plexus center, okay? If you know anything about chakras and energy centers, then you know that all of the organs and all of the systems that are attached to shame, attached to the solar plexus, attached to that area, pretty significant organs, you know, pretty significant vital parts of your body, of your health system. You know, so anytime we are talking about, you know, there's a lot of words going around right now. You know, racist, Nazi, bigot, homophobe, all of these things. If, you know, people make statements or have thoughts or have ideas that aren't aligned with someone else, then all of a sudden they start calling these names. And, you know, here's the question I want to ask you. Do you really want to see change in the world? Or do you just want to be right? Do you just want to be proven right that how you feel about a certain segment of people or a certain type of person different than you, do you really just want to be right that their way of thinking is wrong? Or do you really want to see change take place? Because if anyone's position is we need to love everyone, and we encounter someone who is displaying behavior of not loving everyone, what's the appropriate response? Because what I'm seeing right now is shame on them. They should be condemned. We should condemn them. How's that helping? When has a shamed person, which, by the way, shame leads to self-loathing, and self-loathing leads to serious depression and disconnection from everything. And that serious depression and disconnection goes one or two ways: suicide or addiction, abuse, abusing of the body because the self-loathing is so deep. We see it over and over again. People who are shamed, bullied, shamed, talked down to, you know, not in alignment with someone's idea of how they should be behaving. Shame on you! When has shame ever lifted anyone up? When has shame ever changed someone's behavior? The only behavior it changes is how they feel about themselves. Golly, I'm unworthy. All of this shame, all of this heaviness, all of this self-loathing. You know, do you really believe the world condemning them to death in some instances. Death threats are being spewed about. Is the world really a better place without this person? Or could, instead of facing hatred, because we're talking about someone who's truly done something horrendous, and they're really living in a place of hate, if that's truly where their heart is, no one has shown them how to love. So do we condemn them to death, or do we show them how to love? I want you to really think about this question. Do you really want change in the world? Or do you just want to be right about how you think things should be? Because if any part of your or anyone's approach to hatred or fear is more of the same, all you're doing is putting hate on top of hate. Well, where does that get us? If someone is experiencing or coming from a place of fear, because there's only two places that you can be. Actually, there's only one of two places that you can be at any given time. You can be coming from love in alignment with who you really are, or you can be coming from fear out of alignment of who you really are. Because our natural state is well-being. I mean, that's how we are naturally brought into this world. It's where we will return when we leave this world. All the stuff in between, is designed to help us reach for that natural state, reach for that well-being. Teach love instead of hate. Someone's doing something out of alignment, they need help getting back into alignment. They're doing something out of fear, out of hate. They need help finding their way back to love. Going around and shaming and condemning people it's just more hate. It's more fear. It's more misalignment piled onto misalignment. But that's the hard thing. It's easy. It's easy for our ego selves to see a wrongdoing and say, shame on you. You should behave better. How dare you? What were you thinking? What's going on in that head? Why can't you be like everybody else? That's the ego's way, easy way. Because we want to have a reaction to it. We want to see things going right. And because we're feeling ashamed in our lives at some point in time, because we're feeling down on ourselves in our lives at one point in time, that's our response to it. But if we go through and understand that a person who's aligning with fear or hate needs to be shown the way back to love. Condemning, punishing, shaming digs just a deeper hole of condemnation, punishment, and shame. That does not help the situation. So answer the question, and I'm not going to make any judgments about what you want or don't want. All I'm saying is think about if it is change that you truly want to see in the world, then become very clear on the fact that someone in misalignment, hate, fear, anger, frustration, doubt, they don't need more of that. They need alignment. They need love. They need compassion. They need forgiveness. They need understanding. Show them that way, and the world truly will be a better place. I'm sending you all so much love and so much hope that we truly can band together as people and find a way to release the shame, to release the habit of shaming and name-calling, and to all find our way back to love. If we offered more compassion to each other and less judgment, what do you think the world would be like then? Sounds pretty good to me. I'll see you guys again soon. Namaste.